Hello and welcome back to the channel, TGTV more specifically, and welcome back to my garden. Today we've got a really exciting video ahead of us because I'm going to see a good friend of mine who sent me a message recently saying something absolutely insane has arrived, and it's going to be the first time I've seen one of these, and as a friend of mine known for collecting cars in the most perfect specifications. He is spec inspo, so I'm really excited to go and see it. We're going to hit the road and we're going to head over to a place called Monza Detailing, where it's been having PPF. He's protected the paintwork off the bat, and I can't wait to go and see it. It's literally a dream car for me, and something that I'm never going to end up getting because I can't get allocated one, and the overs on these things are going to be absolutely nuts. We've got my house behind me. There has been a house update very recently on the channel, so make sure you go and check that out. There's been some comings and goings, and actually a new car in the garage added here after the departure of my Lusso to Joe Macari. But I have a feeling after seeing this car, I'm going to want to go and get my Lusso back. I have been spending a lot of time at home recently, and I've been playing today's sponsor a lot. Today's video is sponsored by Tactical. Tactical is an adrenaline-pumping 5v5 top-down shooter that offers a unique and immersive experience with a variety of heroes and real-life weapons. You can play the game in different styles and use the environment to your advantage. Tactical has a wide range of game modes, including Capture the Bag, Control, Team Deathmatch, Battle Royale, Zombie Survival, and more, so you can choose the one that suits you. Tactical's immersive, indestructible environment lets you break the rules and go nuts. Everything you see on the map can be used to your advantage, from throwing objects and blowing up fences to setting up traps, dodging moving trains, and my favourite bit, running everything over. The game's top-down isometric view and auto-aim shooting makes it easier to focus on tactics and teamwork, allowing you to set up the aim, outline roles, and navigate your team using online voice chat. And you won't just be playing alone. There are loads of different ways players can engage with the tactical community, joining clans and using voice chat, as I've already mentioned. There's a strong community with over 20 million players from all around the world. Attract new members, grow your clan, and be a force to be reckoned with. Tactical is not just a game, it's a community where players become family. I recently read a comment from a player who said, if the world was like the community of Tactical, it would be better. Do you know what? I completely agree. Join the Tactical community and become part of the family. Make sure you download Tactical anyway using the QR code on the screen or the special link below. People that do that will receive Jason Operator, RPG, and 50k silver as well. Get in the mix with that, supports the channel as well, and let's go check out this car. Change of plan then. There has been a slight change of plan. The video I was planning on filming has been forfeited. Well, it's on pause for the time being. I'll get into why it's been forfeited and why it's been pulled another time. You may well see it down the line and we'll go into the full details. But for now, we're going to go supercar shopping because it is time to replace the Lusso in my garage. It's time to do something stupid. I have held off buying something silly for a little while now, and I think it's finally time to do something punchy in the garage and add to the collection. So I'm here at probably the best place to start and probably the best place to finish this, Joe Macari. I've been here so many times before. They've got some amazing kit in, and I'm going to show you around very shortly. Oh, that's better. Look at my face there. You can see it a lot better. Let's get going because they're moving some noisy stuff around in the background, and there's a couple of things I've got my eye on, and I'm going to be getting some quotes from Charles and Dean on the finance front. So let's go. We will start in the most logical place. This is the doorway then. We've got a DBR9 there. That's probably not going to be on the menu for me. That's going to be well over £1 million, and I do not want a race car at the moment. I'd buy an SLS GT3 if I did buy a race car. I think it's the best looking race car of modern times. Now, we've got an 812 GTS here, half in the sunshine. This is something that I would absolutely 1,000,000% consider, and this has just come in at Joe Macari. Not my ideal spec. It does look lovely, and I do like the diamond cut wheels. Near interior with yellow stitching to match the calipers and the shields, but that is actually lovely. I think that's Grigio Silverstone, maybe? Lovely. Oh, there we go, as if on cue. Someone's unlocked it, or locked it even as I've gone near. Very nice car. I'd love one of those, absolutely. It's on the menu. It is on the menu. We've got Gordon Murray, just casually. Here, T33, sat here. Again, I'd love one of these as well. I think they are all sold out, and I think I'd probably be bugged by the thought of not having the T50 with the fan on the back. I think this is kind of, it's potentially its lesser cousin, and I'd feel aggrieved by the fact I wasn't sitting in the middle like on the T50. I do love it though. Very clean, timeless design. Cost-wise, well north of £1 million. I'm probably not going to stretch that this time round. You can call me poor if you want. GT there. not after anything vintage. Now this has caught my eye. Not my usual TGE spec, but it is a similar spec to my Aventador SV back in the day. This car has got a couple of subtle upgrades on it. I think some Novitec bits on it, on the corners there, and it's also got Monza wheels. How good does that look? It's a right-hand drive, comfort seats, which is key. That's the nuts. Let me know your thoughts on that. I may have to get a quote on this one. That is absolutely unreal. I love the Monza wheels. I don't know if it's been dropped slightly as well. Ride height looks a little bit dropped. They look so good, so good. Not usually a fan of black wheels, but that works so well. So it's got full geometry, ride, new shocks. That thing has been fully set up, and it's also straight piped as well. Definitely on the menu, one of those. That is on the short list. This actual car, in fact, I'm gonna get some quotes on that. This has just come in, and this has caught my eye. This is a 540 mile Speciale. Now, it's a right-hand drive car, and yes, you heard that right, 540 miles only. Nuts. Got great Alcantara inserts and the Italian flag going through the middle there. Tricolore. That is stunning, and that is the same spec as my rear-wheel drive Hurricane LP580 back in the day. Metallic black, grey wheels, yellow calipers. That is TGE spec from yesteryear. Those that remember it back in 2016. That is nuts. That is very much on the shopping list as well. 370 odd grand this car, given the mileage, given the fact it's right-hand drive in such a nice spec. That's probably a fair price, because I think those probably will be 500 grand one day. This has just come in. It's not road legal. This is a GT2 RS Club Sport. It's full Manti racing car. It's completely bananas. Something's starting up. Chaos. A12 GTS on the move. They're good. That is a wafter. So rich. I mean, no pressure not to bump it in here. Quite easily go through 10 million quid just for the quite bump. We've also here got an Aventador Pirelli edition. One of only a few cars made. This is a very rare edition. And these things are fully loaded. The whole engine bay is carbon fibre. The strut brace, the cover on the top of it, and obviously all round here as well. Got carbon all around the back as well. And these are looking better by the day. I think the Revuelto is a little bit fussy, and I think the hybrid tech is going to age very badly. I think Aventador wise, the Gen 1 and the special versions of the Gen 1 are a very good shout. That is lovely. Right hand drive as well. Very nice indeed. Good work. Anyway, I think this probably is around 700 odd grand, and if you wanted to road convert it, you're probably looking at about another 100 or so grand on top. Probably worth it, to be fair. That'd be absolutely bonkers. It's crazy whenever you feel a race car. The door literally feels like a piece of paper. That is unreal, but it's so cool to see how much actually they carry across from the road car, the dash, the PDK thing, the glove box almost. A lot of it is actually carried over. It makes you realise how amazing the Porsche GT products actually are. That is nuts though. And the wheels almost look 3D printed. Again, absolutely bananas. And for race use, they've got these amazing centre locks as well. Mad. A corner over here that I'm a big fan of. 997 Turbo. A very well-known car collector has just bought one of these. It's probably one of the nicest examples in the world. Only a few miles on it. Manual 997 Turbo. Absolutely lovely and very good news. He's a man that knows what he's doing, and he's got every car under the sun, and he's just bought this and he says he loves them, so it's good enough for me. And this has just come in, 997 GT3 RS. Pretty similar spec to mine. It's a 3.8 like mine. I've got slightly different seats, but all kitted out for track use. Fire extinguisher, manual gearbox, Metzger engine, lovely stuff. I think these are a very good bet as well. And that has literally just come in, and great for Euro use as well, because it is a left-hand drive. And when these cars get to a certain age, the lefties will be a good shout, because they'll be able to be exported to America. That has just come in, so make sure you check out the site for that. I've said it before, I would like another 458 Spider, but I'm looking for kind of ideally brown, green, or dark blue with tan, just an old man spec. I don't want another Rosso Corsa one. In fact, I think that may potentially be my old car. No, I don't think it is. I can't actually remember. That's terrible, isn't it? 695 by Posto, very cool little piece of kit. Got an F50 there, completely out of reach at the moment. F40, they were in reach at one point, but they are now numbers that I cannot at the moment justify, sadly, although I'd rather an F50. We've got two 488s here. 488s are looking better by the day, and I think these look like mini laps, particularly if they don't have a front number plate. They look absolutely incredible. These are both very highly spec cars. I don't think I could justify getting into one on the channel. I just don't think it would do the views. I don't think anyone would care. But me being just a normal human that didn't have a YouTube channel, I'd actually quite happily have a 488 Spider. I think they're very, very nice. MC20s, now, these have dipped a huge amount in value. You can actually get these for like 170, 180, maybe even 160 potentially for the older cars with a few miles. That's a hell of a lot of car, and obviously it's got city doors as well. Let me know your thoughts on that. Should I get an MC20? I've actually driven one of these at Portimao. Really, really, really impressive car, particularly as that track, braking zones are on a downhill. Actually coped so well. Really, really rate these. And this has got a 34 grand carbon option, so it goes the whole way around the car. Spec'd up this particular vehicle, I think it was like 260, 270k. And the price on this actual car is around 180, 190, I believe. Interior, all carbon, Alcantara, all your cons, CarPlay, blah, blah, blah. And some bucket seats that aren't going to break your spine. These are good shout. I'm interested in your thoughts on that. I don't know if that'd be a good YouTube car. Not sure what you can really do to them. Some aftermarket tuners actually that make kits and stuff, but let me know your thoughts. Over here, we actually have a car that is mine. This is my Lusso. Had a couple of people fall out of bed on this car. Got declined the finance and blah, blah. So it's actually just available at the moment. It's done 1,500 miles and it's fully loaded. It's got CarPlay, ventilated seats, heated seats, carbon absolutely everywhere. It's completely loaded, and the seats are not going to get stained with family use. Got Alcantara cord and stitching, Grigio to match the lovely diamond cut wheels, carbon side vents, absolutely everywhere. That is in here. I'm going to take it back soon if no one has it, because I do love this car. It just wasn't getting any use, and it wasn't really a YouTube car. I forgot that Shmi had one, so I realized it wouldn't do the views. So it's here. If you want to take it off my hands, more than welcome to. Potential replacement though is behind it. I quite happily have an 812 coupe, to be fair. That's a very nice example. Bordeaux on red, punchy. As always here then, you've got a smattering of unbelievable cars worth tens of millions of pounds. You've got this 250 GTR, you've seen this car 1,000,001 times, but I'm just going to show it again because it's mental. This Ferrari P car is also just landed here. Absolutely ridiculous. So nice. I'm not going to go any nearer because I can't trust myself not to drop my camera. You got an F1, you've got a CLK LM here as well from 1998, and this car was in the 1998 24 hours of Le Mans, an upgraded version of the CLK GTR. Absolutely ridiculous, and I think Joe McCurry owns this car. Nuts. Got a Maserati MC12, and we've got two Valkyries here. That's what I love about this place. It's half car showroom, half museum. You never know whether things are for sale. I don't think these are. I think these are just here to be seen. Mental. Two of them. And I don't think a manufacturer is ever going to put as much effort into building a road car as they have done with one of these ever again. I think this Valkyrie is kind of a moment in time. It really doesn't get... That is peak road car, I'm afraid. I mean, how much you'd want to drive it around London, I don't know. But in terms of road cars, I think that is probably as good as it's ever going to get, and as extreme as it's ever going to get. So what did we glean from this video then? What is on the shortlist? We've got an 812 GTS on the shortlist. We've got an 812 Coupe on the shortlist. We've got an MC20 on the shortlist. But there are other things like LFAs, 458 Spider, 458 Speciale, McLaren 675 LT. I want one with a roof scoop. I'd even consider another Aventador. Aventador S Roadster or an SV Roadster in a spec that tickles my fancy. There are all sorts of things that I want to get into, and I'm going to start doing test drives very, very soon. It will culminate in me buying something, but I want your input. I want you guys to let me know what you think I should be buying, or if I've missed something and there should be something else on the list. As I touched on the start of the video, then make sure you hit the links below, use the QR code on the screen to go and download. It supports the channel, it supports me, and it supports ultimately this next purchase. A massive thank you to Joe Macari for allowing me in. And everything I've mentioned, I will leave details to below. Thank you very much for watching. Do subscribe, blah, 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 and I will see you all very soon. Bye.